First and 10 snap, handoff to the right side, pitch to the right. Short gain. Second and 6, high snap, give up the middle to the left, and an immediate tackle. Austin Plum, 25. Penetration in the backfield will send the NC Wildcats back to 3rd and 9. Quick defensive play there. NC Wildcats, 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield, snap, quarterback keeper, option, throw, incomplete. Incomplete pass to the left side will bring up 4th and 9. One receiver out to the right, and a second one to the right, 1 to the left, split out. Defense shifts, snap, looking to pass to the left, and almost intercepted, but that will turn over on downs. Missed that play on the camera. And Stillicum will take over in their own territory at the... looks to be about at the 39-yard line. So quick defensive moves. NC Wildcats trying to make some plays and was not able to convert the 4th down. Handoff straight up the middle. Pretty good run. We'll see what they give them for flag. Looking toward the defense. Referee throws the ball down. Mad. Bad call. Pushing by the defense, angry at each other. Fighting. Potential fighting. 58 coming off the field. Might want to take a closer look at this player. He seems to be hot about something. So not really sure. Gonna mark this by 10, 15. Wow. Okay, from the 39 to the 29, it was a 10-yard penalty. These refs are calling penalties that I'm not entirely sure what that's implying, but quarterback keeper up the middle. Short gain, 2nd and 8 coming up for Stillicum. Still not really sure what happened on that last defensive exchange, but a lot of frustration. Timeout by NC Wildcats. Trying to calm their defense down. So first quick timeout in the game for NC Wildcats. We'll take a look at the Sentinels. So I believe that the NC Wildcats are still in the TCYFL playoff bracket, although they are in the runner-up side of it. They're should be playing for 7th and 8th place potentially tomorrow, if I saw the schedule correctly. Sentinels lining up on their 27. 2nd and 8. Wide formation. No receivers out. Quarterback keeps it under duress. Still on his feet, though, and gets up to the 25. But that will be a loss on the play. Looking at about a 3rd and 11 coming up. But it could have been more of a loss than that, and the quarterback hadn't kept his wits about him and continued to move forward. There was a hold, though, or a illegal hands to the face or something being called, so we'll be walking something back. Legal use of the hands declined because of the loss. Otherwise, they would have replayed that down, I believe. So 3rd and 12 coming up. Still come lined up in a tight formation. No receivers out. Quarterback keeper won't get very far. Potentially back up to the line of scrimmage a bit more, so gain of about a yard, not a lot there. On the 25-yard line will be a 4th and 11 coming up for the Sentinels. And again, like a couple of weeks ago, I'm up in the booth, so this may be interesting as we get toward the goal lines to get a good
Hey, Dad.
Yo!
What's up?
Have a seat.
All right. Seat?
Keep it down.
All right. Why, bro?
Keep it down, bro. Commentary, bro. Keep it down.
So 4th and 5 after a penalty called. Much more manageable play. We'll see what we got in store here. Tight formation by Stillicum again. Quarterback keeper, and will potentially almost get to the 1st down marker. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close here. Referee about showing a yard short, so they may not have gave it to him. They may be, yeah, they did not convert. It was close, but did not convert. So Stillicum gives it back. Gives it back to the NC Wildcats with 3:15 left to go in the 1st quarter. One wide out set to the left, and now 2 to the left, 1 to the right for the Wildcats. Got a handoff, quickly stopped, trying to go up the middle, loss of some on the play. See where we get marking here. Loss of about 1, so 2nd and 11. Wide out to the left. They usually split out here. Yep, so 2 out to the left and 1 to the right. 1 back in the backfield. Motion to the left, a pitch to the motion man, and still on his feet, but stopped after a short, somewhat longer gain, probably about 8 or 9. We'll see if we give what placement we have from the line judge. So game about 8, so 3rd and 2 coming up here. Third and 2 coming up for NC Wildcats. One receiver split out to the right. We should see a couple, 2 to the right and 1 to the left now. Running back, motion to the right. Running back stopped quickly. So all of this motion is not leading to a whole lot for NC Wildcats with a loss, and now we're about back to about of the 4th down and 5. After all of that movement, they ended up losing yardage. Stilcombe defense not really falling for all of the motion and before the players get set. So now we've got trips right. Well, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Never mind, that's not tight end. Punt. Punt happened and does not make it up to the midfield line. So Stilcombe falls on it at the 49-yard line where they'll take back over 1st and 10 with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Score 0-0. So a formation spread by the NC Wildcats, but a punt there deep in their own territory. Stilcombe defense able to hold NC Wildcats to no first down conversions, or maybe 1, if I'm recalling. Or they're going to take back over in their own territory. Stilcombe with 1st and 10. Tight formation. Really loaded to the left where the quarterback keeps and runs toward. And the end of the first quarter will be coming up here where we switch side of the field. Not a whole long ways to go. And that will be end of the first quarter. Score 0-0. Coach Henson with his medallion swinging to and fro, looking for his first recipient. Won't happen on this offensive series unless we had some sort of miraculous play that he felt like that we need to award that medallion. But they're huddled up now at the beginning of the second quarter, 8-minute quarters. We'll jump back down here to the Stilcombe cheerleaders. And the NC Wildcats are coming back out to the field, and so do the Sentinels for the beginning of the second quarter. Stilcombe lined up in the Wildcat side of the field on the 44-yard line. They'll take over with a 2nd and 5. Run up the middle and potentially close to a first down. We're probably about a yard short, so that'll be a 3rd down and 1 coming up. Placed on the 40, so yep, we were about 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Sentinels. Quick setup, quarterback keeper again, and we'll get to the first down in a little bit more. The Sentinels sticking to what brought them a relative amount of success this entire season, and it is quarterbacks keeping the ball and running. Quarterback keeper again, gain of about 2, I imagine that's going to be the call. And that is exactly what it is. 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Sentinels. Play being called in by Coach Dell. ran in by one of the backs. The reason why you see Sentinels relying so much on the quarterback keepers is because of the amount of injuries that have happened with us losing our starting quarterback and some of the major injuries. We're just having a lot of running backs playing quarterback, so this is very typical for our team to just straight up ground and pound here. And they made enough yardage on that one to get to about a 3rd and 2, so still come able to consistently get 3 to 4 yards out of these quarterback keepers. And honestly, if it ain't broke, they're not going to fix it against this defense. Loaded on the left side. Quarterback sweeps out to the left. And that's going to be close. It's going to be close. It depends on the spot. I don't know. There was a lot of running east-west and not north-south. So looks like that we're just still a little bit short. So 4th and 1 coming up here for Sentinels on the Wildcat 27 yard line. A lot of movement after the set. That'll be a false start penalty on the Sentinels. I don't think anybody ever got set, but they were just moving all around because they were trying to change the play, but some of the linemen had got set, so timeout called with 4th and 6 coming up. Assuming it was the Sentinels that called the timeout, but didn't really see. Can't imagine any other team calling the timeout at this point, but 5:26 left to go in this second quarter, first half. So Sentinels have played a pretty consistent game here, just a lot of run on the ground. And we are now coming back up for lining up. And shotgun formation, tight formation, 2 backs to the and a pass play, and caught it! Caught it for a huge gain on 4th down. What a gutsy play by Coach Dell. All the way to the 10 or 11 yard line, and a player down. It may have been the receiver. Took a hell of a shot there. I'm not sure. Somebody did. There was a collision down there. And it is indeed one of the Sentinels down, maybe our receiver that was out there, but man, he made a hell of a play out there. And we have 1st and 10. The player was still down. He looked to be holding his knee, potentially right knee, but don't take my word for that. That's the last thing the Sentinels need right now is more injury, so hopefully the kid's able to get some ice on it. He can borrow one of our quarterback's crutches. So player's still down on a knee. It was really cool to see the NC Wildcats immediately take a knee. That was really classy of them. They haven't went back over to their own sidelines. Sentinels run over their own sidelines and grab water. And now the Wildcats are getting water, so that's good. So players still down, and the coaches are tending to the player who appears to have gotten up. Oh, and that may have been a Wildcat down. Okay, our coaches went out there just as much as the other team's coaches. Okay, that makes... Okay. So, NC Wildcat player down. I believe it's the gentleman that made the tackle and probably, obviously saved that touchdown. That's why Sentinels ran off the field. I didn't figure they would. I didn't know what was going on, but that wasn't their teammate. So, still glad to see the kid be able to get back up, but he is not putting a lot of weight on that right knee. So, okay, 1st and 10 on the 11 or 12, somewhere in there. I'm not, by the way, the line judges are there. In tight formation again from Sentinels. Handoff. Big running back, not going down. One of my little homeboys who just ran straight up the middle. Great run. Gain of about 6. So Sentinels definitely threatening here in the red zone. 2nd down. Give to that same running back one more time who refuses to go down. And a huge gain of, again, and I say huge and I meant 3 yards. So a 3rd down and 2 coming up. But that was hard-earned yards because that player was being held on to way back in the backfield and he refused to go down. So tight formation again for the Sentinels. 3rd and 2 on the 3. Quarterback keeper and goes in for the score. Sentinels score a touchdown. Not even touched. What a great play by that line. That kid didn't even... He's still running. He is still running. The line had him so open that he is still running. Okay, so that will be a score for the Sentinels. The score will be 6-0. And they'll be going for 1 point here with 3:54 left to go. See if we can punch this in for 7. Snap, handoff to the right, and hell yes, standing up all the way in for the 1-point conversion. We are 7-0 Sentinels. What a turn of events for the Sentinels here for their last game here at TCYFL season at Southtown Stadium in Lacey, where they marched right down the field. Huge 4th down conversion in this one, and my oh my, we've got a game here. 7-0 Sentinels over the NC Wildcats. High fives all around. And we'll be lining up for a kickoff. Players not really sure on which side they're going to line up on. With 3:48 left to go in the second quarter, first half, score is now 7-0. Long kick down to the 15 where it's retrieved by the NC Wildcats, and that gets returned back up to the 30. So NC Wildcats will take over on their own 30-yard line with the score being 7-0 with 3:33 to go in the second quarter. You can turn that light on. Turn that light on. Yeah, leave that light in. It's not bothering me at all. NC Wildcats lined up with their one receiver way out to the right side, and another one comes out to the right and one runs off to the left. Shotgun snap, looking to pass, short pass, and immediately stomped by the defensive back with a loss on that play. A pretty big loss of 5. So 2nd and 15 coming up. Great defensive play by the defensive back there. Very aggressive play by, was that Sterling that did that? I'm not sure, but whatever that was amazing. 2:39 to go in this second quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield where his handoff, and immediately tied up in the backfield where he doesn't gain very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this Steilacoom defense has come to eat. They are hungry tonight, and they are not letting things go. Timeout on the field, NC Wildcats. They are getting eaten by a Sentinel defense whose coach is now jumping around and saying, where has this been? Coach Henson. Yeah, it's 7. Yeah, they got the 1 point. So Coach Henson is bawling right now. Not crying, but he is got his game on. Because he was over there on the sideline playing House of Pain. So Steilacoom with a heck of a statement here for the last game of the season here so far. Never say die. The defense just not allowing any of this movement to trick them at all. Sticking to their game, sticking to their men that they're here to defend, and a 3rd and 17 coming up here for the NC Wildcats. So we'll go back out to the action. Still on the sidelines. Coach Henson saying, get your popcorn ready. Because my defense is here. Anticipating seeing a pass here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pass looks to the left and caught, but immediately taken down by the defensive back. Not enough. No, maybe I'm seeing incomplete. What's the call here? I'm seeing incomplete. That pass was not completed. The ball was way down the field. I just wasn't able to see it while running the camera at the same time. 4th and 17 coming up for the Wildcats. If it was me, I'd put a defensive back there, because last time they set up for looking like they were going to do something, and then they punted it. So got a safety back deep. We've got players 2 to the left, 2 receivers to the left, and yes, indeed, there's a punt, short punt. Player's just going to let that one go, and it indeed goes back into Steilacoom territory where it'll be touched on the 47 of the Sentinels. But great field position to start off with our 2-minute offense. Can they make it 52 yards to pay dirt? We will see how aggressive Coach Dell is here with the team being up 7-0. In the words of Hillary Clinton, at this point, what difference does it make? Let's just go do something tonight. So, still come lining up very tight formation again. We'll see if we split anybody out. And indeed we will not. We've got tight end way back on the line. And there is a pass coming up though. And just about picked off. Honestly, that was not anticipated. But hey, like I said, Coach Dell, I kind of figured that he might go for something because at this point, what difference does it make? And the timeout on because of the incomplete pass, so they tell us to stop the clock. And 2nd down and 10 coming up. The guy with the party in the, what is he saying? First down. He's pointing up at us like first down. We don't care what down it is.
140?
Oh, he's trying to get him to reset the game clock to 140. These are a lot harder to run than what people think. Because I tried helping out the last game we were in this thing, and there's all sorts of buttons you got to push to do the right thing. Like, bro, that ref, that guy with the party in the party mullet down there, he should come up here and teach us how to do this.
Oh, come on.
So an official timeout. Oh, and our scorekeeper has done great. Now he's saying to start the clock. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. It was an incomplete pass. They wouldn't start the clock. Okay, now stop the clock. Okay. He's trying to get it to go to 131. What difference did that make for everyone? I have no idea. But thank you, referees, for the confusing to get a couple of more seconds on the clock, but okay. Quarterback keeper and will not go anywhere after all that preparation the defense had looking at our formation. 2nd down and now turning into 3rd down and 14. Loss on the run. Defense had plenty of time to warm up on that one to see what was going on. 1:12 to go in the first half. Quarterback, snap, keeper, running on his feet, still on his feet, and gets back to midfield. With 45 seconds to go, though, if somebody doesn't call a timeout, we'll just let this one run out, I believe. It does not look like either team is going to call a timeout, so we are just going to slowly get into formation with 25 seconds to go. See if we can do something here on 4th down. Quarterback, keeper, but not going anywhere, but still on his feet. 14 seconds, 14.7 seconds, and they will turn it over on down. So they have a couple of plays here to see if they can, if NC Wildcats can get anything going. So 1st down in Stilcombe territory coming up. For the NC Wildcats. Still come in a prevents defense, spread out quite a bit with defensive backs in the field, kind of farther back. Handoff, looks to keep the ball and going for a pass. It's picked off! Picked off, and might go all the way back for a pick 6. What a poor play, Solo. Man, they were handing it off and doing all sorts of trickery, and that blew up in their face. Oh my goodness, the Stilcombe defensive back with a pick 6. Coach Henson, get that medallion out. That was a hell of a play. What was that mess? And that'll end the first half. Coach Henson, please tell me what time it is. And still come, even with no time on the clock, we'll still have an opportunity for a 1-point conversion. I do not believe we have a kicker. So we'll be doing a 1-point conversion here. Still come 13. NC Wildcats. I knew I was going to do that. NC Wildcats 0 to end the first half, and still come lining up for the 1-point conversion. And quarterback keeper, and we'll make it in potentially, but pushing, and in. 14-0 still come. And that'll end the first half. Coach Henson jumping like I've never seen him jump before, and that medallion is off his neck and will be going on a player who intercepted for the pick 6. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that I'm going to stop the broadcast because I just want to charge my phone a little bit and give these guys a break here in the booth. Probably heard enough from me. So we got a 3-minute halftime. We're not screwing around. We got things to do. So I will pause the broadcast, charge the phone, and I'll be back for the second half here shortly. Sentinels return for the second half. Was trying to get everything going. I think we've got everything going. Trying to. Sentinels run up the middle. For a short gain on first down. Now I'm getting my wires. Okay, we got a player down for the Sentinels. Everybody down on a knee. I think that was the running back. May got the wind knocked out of him, landing on somebody. So he'll go out for a play or two. Coach Henson giving props to the defense of NC Wildcats on the way out. Really hard-fought game here. Injuries on both sides. So second down and 10 coming up here. Tight formation, quarterback keeper straight up the middle. Still on his feet, gain of about 2 or 3 yards and right up to about midfield. Looks like Sterling kept the ball and just kept running. So 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Sentinels. Still in their own territory, just by a yard. Shotgun formation, tight formation. Quarterback keeper running to the left and into Oh boy, still on his feet and into more than a first down. To the 40-yard line, super run up the left side. Quarterback keeper somewhat mimicking a sweep. So line was able to keep everyone engaged. Great push there. So 6:22 to go in the third quarter, and still comes marching down the field to the NC Wildcats 40. Quarterback again running to left side. A lot of success on that sweep outside, and then again gain a huge gain, probably about 6 yards. I'll bring up 2nd and 4. 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd and 4 coming up here for the Sentinels. So still come consistently staying with what's brought them here. Success tonight with quarterback keepers, and have chosen not to run up the middle, but instead use that quick speed of theirs to, and we've got a flag, false start, Stillicum. So after that gain, we'll be marching back. Just a little bit of movement prior to the snap. After they were set, it looked like. So now we'll be 2nd and 8. Sentinels huddling up, probably changing the play a bit because this is going to be different, but we'll see if it changes much. We just may be talking about different formation. Really heavy to the left side. Quarterback runs to the weak side though and gets stopped pretty soon, but may have gained 2 or 3. So we will be looking at a 3rd and 5. Third and 5 coming up here for the Sentinels. Very tight formation. 2 backs in the backfield right now, maybe a 3rd coming in. The teams lined up. We got the line set and players switching around. Now we're heavy to the right side. 3 backs, 4 backs, and flags fly because you keep the linemen in that stance that long. And delay of game, I believe, was called, because that did seem to take about 1 billion years for them to actually get something going. Yeah, so we'll be marching it back after that big gain, and now we're 3rd and 10. We've got to learn to get going instead of chatting about what our night's going to be after this game. We've got to get going here. So quicker snap and a throw, way long, way overthrown, will be an incomplete. So 4th down coming up, 4th and 10 on the Stillicum, or on the NC Wildcats 40. We'll see what we've got planned here. 4th down and 10 and a half. 10 and I don't know, it's 10. 4th and 10. Which we have converted once tonight. We'll see if we can do it again. I don't think it was this long last time. Maybe been longer. Tight formation. 2 running backs to each side of the quarterback. And a punt. I think that was not that bad of a call. And quick penetration by the defense gets back, and a punt of 10 yards puts the NC Wildcats on their own 30 to take over after the punt. of no return. 3:49 to go in the third quarter. NC Wildcats with their traditional formation where they will be splitting one receiver out. Yes, indeed. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Snap, handoff up the middle. Quarterback or running back on the run. And gain of about 10. Looks like they'll be giving them the first down. So gain of 11 on that play. Still come not able to stop that back after got some momentum going. So 1st and 10 coming up here on the NC Wildcats 41-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right and looking to pass. A short dump-off pass, though, with a sweep. Stopped at the 50. Flags down, though. Stopped at the 45, but we had a flag. It could have been a block in the back. But they're coming over to the NC side to see what they're going to call. Illegal player downfield, I believe. So I don't know what they were talking to the NC side about. What are you staring up here for, ref? That was your call. You called it, so you get to walk them back. Don't look up at the booth. Has nothing to do with us. That's right. You just start. These boots are made for walking. So you just start marching. That's a 5-yard penalty with a replay of down. So 1st and 15 coming up. He holds his fist up like he's, okay, now he wants the clock started. Okay. So 1st and 15 coming up after that illegal player downfield call. I think that's what that was. 1 receiver out to the left, 2 to the right. 1 back in the backfield. Snap, looking to pass. Quick pass out to the left. And complete. Still on his feet. And dogpile. Dogpile for a gain of 10, 11 yards. But they will be coming up with a 2nd and 5 now. 2nd and 5 coming up. I don't know why I'm staring down that way. 2nd and 5 coming up for NC Wildcats. Gaining a little bit of momentum here. Still come with the defense tighten up like they have. There's been first downs for the first time consecutive in the game here for the NC Wildcats. Switching around to the defense. Snap taken. Quick pitch or quick throw and immediately hit for a great hit there by Mr. Austin Plum for a stop before they were able to get to the first down. So midfield, they've got 3rd and 1 coming up, but that was a hell of a hit. 55 making sure that Austin still has all of his teeth because that was a rattler. Quarterback, 2 receivers out, and quarterback keeper, and that kid's on the run. Holy crap. There was no stopping that kid. Huge gain for a first down and more by the NC Wildcat quarterback, taking a page out of the Stilcomb book there. And that'll be first down NC Wildcats to the 38-yard line. 37-yard line, I should say. So first down in Stilcomb territory for NC Wildcats. Substitutions being made. Sprinting off the field, they better hurry. And that's not. The guy is running back, forth, and timeout taken. Sentinels. A good call by Coach Dell I don't think our guys were set at all for that. So 50.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. A defensive timeout taken by the Sentinels. This timeout brought to you by Pepsi. Just because.
Oh, it's Coke.
Or, well, we could do Coca-Cola too. Whatever your choice in carbonated beverage is just fine.
It looks like Refresh.
Okay, this actually, that's a good time to talk about Safeway. Safeway was a lot quicker this time here in Lacey. Instead of being caught behind all the Prius driving slow people, we were able to get a lot more check stands open, so I was not late to the game. So I appreciated that a lot. Last time I was here, it seems like I got caught with every person that wanted to be slow ever in their entire life. Shotgun snap, and Steilacoom defender falls right in front of the quarterback. And this gain looks to be quite a bit, almost to a first down, if not 10 yards. It looks like 9. So 2nd and 9 coming up here for the NC Wildcats. Got penetration out back into the backfield, but was not able to grab a hold of anyone here. Score is 14-0, and we're looking at almost getting a playoff for the end of the third quarter. We'll see. 9 seconds, and they did get the playoff. Oh, boy, Steilacoom defense. Totally, oh, my goodness. The quarterback throws it away, but he was in the grasp. If this was NFL, they would have said that was a sack. I don't know what they're going to call. That kid was definitely in the grasp, but got the throw off. And didn't make it to the previous line of scrimmage. I would have been throwing a flag, but we'll see what the party in the back. We'll see what the ref with the mullet says. That pass did not make it to the line of scrimmage. That should have been a intentional grounding. They are discussing it hardcore right now. What do we do? What do we do? Hey, screaming over to the Sentinels. That should have been intentional grounding. What is the call here? A lot of what is it? Third down. So what are they saying? We don't know what's going on. We're converging. We don't know. So they called it an incomplete. I think that's a load of crap. That was intentional grounding, but the refs don't know what to call there because somebody may have said they got up to the previous line of scrimmage, but that bounce there. We do have an instant replay. We're okay. Now time has started. And 3rd and 1 coming up here. Will the Sentinels be able to stop this? A pass coming up. Wait, no. False start. NC Wildcats kind of making up for the last one. So they'll be marching this one back. I'm not sure where the flag was thrown. I never saw it, but somebody saw movement. So 3rd down. Coming up, guy holding his hands up like it's telling us something up here, and I don't know what he's trying to communicate. But we've got 3rd and 6, which more looks like, yeah. 3rd and 6 coming up here now for the NC Wildcats after that false start. Shotgun formation, shotgun snap, long pass, duck, and intercepted, not intercepted, in the defensive back's hands, and it drops. He had that ball in his hands. That was the duck play of the night. That was a dead duck floating for a long time, and number 2 wishes he could have that chance again. Defensive back in the right place at the right time, though. unable to bring that interception in. He had the feeling that he had the medallion. So that is actually, we have been at the end of the fourth quarter. Okay, what the heck is going on here? Pass interference? No.
Oh, time?
I don't know what I don't know what the call was. There was nothing. They gave him yards. They gave him a first down. There was no penalty that I saw. Chop block on the defense, or hit below the legs. Party on is the call by the referee after the block below. Oh, there was a flag way back, right? So a flag way back at the 40. Someone saw somebody hit somebody below the knee or above the knee or something, and the dude says party on. So the timekeeper just says, you know what? That sign was just start the clock. And the quarterback keeper, and he's going to walk in for a score. Mass confusion because of the refs. Why is he pointing? He's saying pointing. Oh, they got 6. We know. Yeah, we saw that. We're going to put that on the board now. If he could see it, this board is not easy to run. And yep, we got 6. We're good there, ref. But you waving your arms like you're doing the disco is doing no favors to anyone.
Love it.
We know that they scored. We're watching the game. So 14-6, and we're going for a 1-point conversion here. Flags down, though. False start on the NC Wildcats. We are just not, these flags are really live tonight. I saw that in the previous game. These refs were hot on the flags. So marching back to the 8 for a 1-point conversion now. Defense will be able to see a bit more what's coming at them. And low snap, quarterback running far back to the 20-something, throws down, and I heard a groan, so that means that was incomplete because I wasn't able to do all that and see all that at the same time. The groan from the crowd tells me, okay, what are you pointing at? The referee is, I'm going to go and lean out the window for a second. Emily, did they make that 1-point conversion? Why is that referee making all sorts of weird ass hand signs?
8. Got it.
What?
We got it.
He wants to put 8 minutes on the clock.
8 minutes on the clock?
I know they think that I'm doing something, but I'm running the camera. I ain't doing none of this. I did tell him. It's hard. If you knew how to run this score box, it's a pain in the ass. We don't like it any more than you do.
Can't reset it right now. Can't see nothing, man.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Okay, so after all that massive amount of confusion, I'm not sure what that ref, I mean, he gave him a bonus now of time.
That's like 2 minutes of time.
Even that time down, I don't know what the call was.
So there was that whole thing where they took forever and finally gave him a chop, block, or the hit below the knees or something, but the time had ran out on the third quarter. And they kept saying, run the clock, so he just let it go, and then they never switched sides. It's like the refs are trying to make up for them not calling the game. I don't know. I think that guy's mullet's on a little tight. So anyways, we'll go back to the score, or we'll go back to the video. after this game is done. But the Stillcom special teams just did a pretty good job at returning a kick after that score. So the score is now 14-6, now with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The NC Wildcats fan base thinks that I'm running the score box, and I'm not, and I don't blame the guy running the score box because these refs are doing a lot of like disco out there without communicating very well. And quarterback keeper straight up the middle, Sterling Officer with the short gain, maybe back up to the line of scrimmage, maybe another yard, depending on what Joe Dirt calls here. And he says an official timeout for an injury on the field. Stillcom player down, number 7. Reaching for a leg. Players taking a knee. Coach Dell coming out to assess the damage and says, "Get on your feet, kid. We ain't got time for this. Just jump back up, son." And the kid miraculously heals himself after Coach Dell arrives on the scene, if you know what I mean. Coach Henson giving him a pat on the shoulder pads, and we've got 2nd and 9 coming up. 7:24 after the gift of 2 more minutes. Thank you. Thank you to the ref for the gift of another 2 minutes of game, because we don't want this season to ever end. So, referee says start the clock, and we have started the clock, and now we're in a shotgun formation, heavy to the left side, stacked, and left side we go, and minimal gain of about 3, I'd imagine, with 3rd and 6 coming up here. Third and 6, and the Sentinels appear to be playing it safe. Play being called in by Coach Dell, making his player run like a maniac out here, and Sentinels line up in a tight formation, big to the left, and jumping all over the place. And I believe that that's against the defense. Defense was all over the place. They're pointing like something happened, but ladies and gentlemen, I have the video. And you need to walk the other way. And that's indeed what's going to happen. We are 3rd and 1 coming up here. Thank you, Joe Dirt, for that call. Lacey Fire showing up here at the football field. Not really sure why. They want to use their sirens if someone scores. Is there a player that's that injured that required their care, or did they just want to come watch them get football? Quarterback keeper straight up the middle. Looks like he's got enough for the first down, Sentinels. Because my voice was cracking and I had to sound like somebody off a Toy Story. First down, Sentinels, after the arrival of the fire truck, who has done a 10-point turn over here. Lacey Fire, thank you for arriving to this wonderful football contest. Turning around. Still turning, and made it. He made it. The fire truck was able to turn around. Players are confused on why the fire truck is here, because, why not? I mean, I like fire truck. Oh, lights are on. Somebody's home. And still looking over at the fire truck. Hi, fire truck. And decides now to get in shotgun formation, and quarterback keeper for a short gain. I got 3, 2. So 2nd down and 8 coming up, but we're still intrigued. Why is the fire truck here? Lights are on. Are they getting stuff? Do we know? No, lights are off. Maybe they're just on standby. They know these players are putting a hell of a game together for us tonight. and they want to come see some hard hits, and they're like, why are all your guys' legs hurt? Quarterback keeper, again, flags down and probably a false start. That'd be the only reason. False start would be the only reason to have stopped that play. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to blame the fire truck because that is distracting all these kids. They are looking over there like this is like better than Halloween.
5-yard penalty for the fire truck.
That's right. Firefighters, you guys take 5 yards back. And I will say this, Thurston County Youth Football League definitely thanks the first responders for any reason that they're here. Appreciate that a lot, whatever they're here for. So don't get me wrong. But this is distracting. These kids are all looking over at this fire truck like, who is going to go on the fire truck? Who's going to get their turn? And the Steilacoom quarterback takes the opportunity to make it back up to the original line of scrimmage a couple of plays ago. So 3rd and 10 coming back for the Steilacoom Sentinels, and they're still looking that way. Come on down. This is the funnest place ever. It's amazing.
It's all warm.
So warm. .341 to go, and if it's me, I'm making this thing go as long as I can. I don't think that we'll be able to run 3 minutes off the clock, but timeout Sentinels for this 3rd and 10 coming up.
I'll just wait in the stands. I'm recording for the next game.
Stay here. It's warm. Set up.
Oh, it is warm.
I'm telling you, it's hot. Next game's filmer is setting up for the next exciting contest for the Thurston County Youth Football League.
Yeah, I'm recording for the Bears.
He's recording for the Olympia Bears. And they're probably playing a playoff game. We're going to call it a playoff game. So still come with the timeout here with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Thinking about a couple of plays. What can we do, boys? What can we do to make a couple more first downs and seal this victory up that we know we've needed? Now I'm going to take the opportunity to get my phone a little bit more. Now, so, still come with the tight formation. Shotgun formation. Movement all over the place. What is Joe Dirt going to call? False start. Why not? Because we needed a 3rd and 15. Did take some time off the clock, though, so 4-4-4. What is he saying? What? What do you want us to do? 4-2-4. What? Bro, this guy thinks that we can read his hand signals from all the way down here. I've got pretty good glasses. 3-4-4. 3-4-4.
I think that last one was a 5.
Okay, we'll go with 3-4-5. Go with 3-4-5. See what he does. The guy is just adamant that no play happened because of the false start, I guess. Now go. Yeah, he doesn't realize that you can't see his hand when he's holding in front of white helmets. There, now time. Okay. 3:34. You know, all you had to do is move because your hand was in front of a white helmet. And a run up the middle, and Sterling gets back up to Almost to the 45-yard line. So the time should still be running as long as the ref isn't going to do some disco. And 4th and 9 coming up. Will the Sentinels go for it or will they punt is the question at this spot in the field. We will soon find out with 2:58 to go in the contest.
The job's almost done. 2:52 left.
The referees don't give them another 2-minute bonus like they did earlier in the game. This thing would have almost been done. Oh, and flags. Why not? Why not? And now they're going to yell at you to re-put time on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Hugging. Hugging is the call. Was that a delay of game? Was that a love thing? What the hell was that call? I don't know, but we'll have it. 5-yard penalty for something, and now he's going to start making hand signals again. Oh, no. Why not? No. Here's a hole. 4th down, and time started. And why not? Why not? Now we've got jumping all over the place. We're going to have false start on the Sentinels for another 5-yard penalty. Number, is it? Does he think that we're a scorekeeper up here? Like who the penalty's on? Does he really think that there's someone keeping that stat? Maybe that's what it is.
This house.
Yeah, 3, 5, 4, 5. He wants you to correct the time again.
What? What?
237?
Just put 237 and see what he does. Because he was holding up 2 hands on one of it, and then he'll let you time it down. Jesus, this guy is something else tonight. And start it. Okay, 235. You know, thank God we got that one. We got 5.
234. I was 232.
Right. Thank God we got that time back on there, because after you give them 2 minutes earlier, we got to keep this game going. Is this guy related to one of the NC Wildcats? Does he want them to have the 2-minute chance or something? It looks like we're going to punt. And we do. Huge punt. Way back to the 30-something. And still on his feet. Still going. You got Sterling on you, though, but you better tackle somebody, and he does. Oh, man. Sorry about all that. I couldn't do all that and run it at the same time. But a hell of a run back by the NC Wildcats, down 14-6. Now, mind you, 14-6. They potentially, if they kicked a field goal, could tie it up on a touchdown, because we don't want this game to ever end. We want to be here all night long. With 2:20 left to go in the contest, can the Sentinel defense hold with them deep in Sentinel territory? 35-yard line. NC Wildcats lining up, trying to get a call in. Somebody's off. One player missing. Oh, yes. I was taking a break, Mr. 95 says, and now their guard has decided to play. And quarterback keeper right side with a takedown by number 27. But that was enough for a first down. 2:13 to go. I think you should start the clock, but then he'll probably yell at you. But that was a run. Yep, start the clock. Yep. So 2:10 to go. There is no 2-minute warning. This will continue to run. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap, quick throw to the left. And player locked him up and got him down inbounds, though, so the clock should keep going. 1:42 left to go in the contest. They should be doing some hurry-up offense, but the way that this thing's, they're huddling, and timeout taken smartly by the Wildcats. They were huddling with 1:30 to go in the contest. Unless the referees give them another 2-minute bonus.
Yeah.
The ref is looking down at his notepad for an interesting call that he can make next, though.
Interesting tidbits.
Let's see. What's a wild thing I could call with 1:30 left in the contest for the last game of the season for these boys? Except for I do believe the NC Wildcats will be playing tomorrow if the schedule, my memory of the schedule serves correctly. So regardless of the outcome of this game, I believe the North Central Wildcats are NC. I don't know what that stands for. Could be North County. Could be New Children on the Block. I don't know. NC Wildcats do play tomorrow. Steilacoom does not. So, shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to the right, quarterback keeper straight up the middle, and dives for not enough. I don't believe that was enough for a first down, not that they were in any danger. Now we've got 3rd and 1. That was a run, so yeah, they're trying to get the time still going. 1:17 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to pass. Completed down to the 5 for a first down, and goal coming up down to the 4. And this is 1st and goal, so the now time has started. 1:07. Shotgun, quarterback run to the right, trying to pursue and does not score, even though there's people on the sideline saying so. Time is still going, 52 seconds to go, 50, 49, 48, lining up quickly. 2nd and goal on the 2. Snap, quarterback, keeper, touchdown. 14-12 is the score now. 37.9 seconds to go in the contest. 14-12, and will they try to kick they'll have to kick. So it looks like that's what they're lining up to do. Now, will the Steilacoom special teams be able to do a jump here is the question. Trying to get position so we see what happens. Biggest kick of this kid's lifetime coming up here. And kick. And no good. No good. Kick is no good.
They haven't rehearsed it, man. You can't do it.
No penalties. Kick is short and to the left. The pressure with no timeout called. If I would have been Steilacoom, I'd have called a timeout to ice the kicker. But we want this game to be done, apparently. So 37.9 seconds to go, and if you're not getting ready to line up for an onside kick, you've got something coming, kids. If I were you, I'd put everybody to the line, which one of the players is saying, everybody get up. Get up here. They're going to onside kick. Get up, up, up. Get hands team out here. Everybody up. And indeed, they are somewhat up, but it's not enough for my comfortability. I say, let that ball go over you. It doesn't matter. Get on the line. You want your hands team up there. Yeah, dive on it and stop the ball. And they sure did. The Steilacoom got the ball. I'd have just let it. I would have got up to that line where they need to be and let it kick over their heads, honestly. So 33.7 seconds to go, and if I'm Stillicum, I get into a victory formation and start putting your knee on the ground.
Knee.
Knee. There is no reason to do anything else.
Do anything stupid and stuff.
Yeah, just knee down, get in victory formation, and call it. 14-12, 33.7 seconds to go. You got 4 downs. You don't need them. Knee on the ground. Victory formation. Why are you in shotgun? Yeah, never mind, because that's what we're used to. There's one snap. And timeout taken by the NC Wildcats, because this is the game that will never end.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
So if they have 3 timeouts, which I believe that they do, but maybe the ref has got his little notepad that he can help us with. The notepad should say that there are 2 more timeouts that can be taken, but if they snap it and run in the backfield sideways, they may not be able to do. If it's me, I take this snap and I run to the left and down, and that's still running. Will they take another timeout? And I believe they're not going to, ladies and gentlemen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the ball game, folks. 12-14. Stillicum wins the game. What a contest. And that'll be all for tonight's final broadcast for the TCYFL season for the Sentinels. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching and seeing this on YouTube. That will conclude my broadcast season of the Stillicum Sentinel TCYFL anymore, because my kid has now finished his season entirely. So, thank you for watching. Be safe wherever you are, and we will see you on the next broadcast sometime in high school.